Well, welcome back, gang. Welcome to another video, and if you've been following me on social media, you'll probably know what this video is going to be about. And looking at my bloody helmet, you can also probably tell what it's going to be about. Yes, I've gone out and bought the Gopro Hero7, so stay tuned. The 5 on this side and the 7 on this side. So the main plan of this video is not to do a review on the Hero7 because there's hundreds of bloody videos on that, and I'm not going to bore everybody with you know, technical stuff and settings and whatnot. This is purely for, mostly for the moto bloggers amongst you. I know on social media people have been asking already, oh, I'm dying to see the comparison because I'm thinking about getting it. I've got the 5 or I've got the 6. I want to upgrade to the 7, but is it going to be worth it? I'm going to throw the 5 on in a second, and we're filming then in both cameras 1080p 60 frames per second, which is what I always film at. Everything else is just normal auto stuff that just comes straight out of the camera that you don't have to worry about. No pro tune on or anything. I do feel about that later, but just to give a sort of a comparison video, we've just kept the settings basic just to see how the stabilization looks. So let's throw on the Hero 5 and see what we get. So that is both cameras rolling, as I said, 1080p 60 frames per second. So let's see how good the stabilization is. Obviously the rest of the video, the start of this video, everything is coming out of the Hero7, even the audio with my external microphone, but I just wanted to test how the stabilization is. Now obviously, for, as I said before, using a camera handheld, they shake around a lot more than what they would do as it's mounted to a helmet. So as I said, I've not seen any of this footage yet as I'm spieling away. So I would probably say that there may not be a massive difference to the 5 and the 6. I'm not sure. I've seen videos online where you do see a massive difference, but it's all handheld reviews and videos of the stabilization. Also seen videos of people sort of review the stabilization on it, but their camera is mounted further back on their helmets, which means then you get in the shot, you see part of the helmet, you know what I'm talking about? So you can see on the side of the shot sort of somebody's, you know, part of their visor and their cheek bar on their helmet, and then you can see sort of the camera, the footage is staying still, but you can see his helmet bounce up and down all day long, and I think that's annoying. So that's a tip as well. If you wanted to start up with motovlogging, or you're thinking about getting this camera, you need to get the camera further mounted forward on your helmet so you don't see the helmet in the shot. And also that gives it a more of a sort of third person angle. You looks like, you know, you're sat on the bike as the rider. Yeah, so how's it looking? Maybe I should shake my head up and down a bit. What we'll try and do as we approach this nice part of road in a second, I'm not going to sort of try and keep my head too still, because I'm conscious of that normally when I vlog, is not to throw my head around too much when I'm riding, because, you know, I don't know, probably make the viewer feel sick. But I'll just relax my head just so we can see if the stabilization stays, if the horizon stays on the Hero7, and if it's that much better. So here we go. Now you could argue that it's a lot of money to fork out just to get your footage a bit more stable. You know, we used to vlog with Hero 2s, Hero 3s, 4s, whatever, and none of them had stabilization. So it's a nice thing to have, for sure. Yes, it's a lot of money to fork out for a camera with that, but, you know, this is my thing. This is what I do. And to get that footage, you know, that bit nicer, for me, it's worth the money. And to be honest, you know, I bought this Hero7 as well because there's some extra features that have come out on it that the 5 and 6 don't have. The Hero7 also has hyperlapse. Now I've been getting a lot into photography over the last couple of years, and the photos that you can produce on a GoPro are amazing. Check this one out. Shot that on a GoPro on this Hero 5. Now the Hero 7 does have some extra features on it for photography as well. There's you can turn the camera up the other way so you can get it in portrait. You can't do that on Hero 5 and 6. It's got a self timer on there, so you can put a timer on to take a picture. As I said, it's got this hyperlapse, which is kind of like a time lapse, which if you're not familiar at all, basically a time lapse is just you set your camera up on a tripod. I've done a few of them, you know, do a time lapse of the sunset or the sunrise. Check this stuff out. And all that is obviously more photography stuff. So I'm really interested in that as well. So I'm going to use this camera off helmet and all. You know, I do like to do a bit of photography, and I have been using it a lot. My DSLR has basically been sat in the corner. I've just been using my Hero 5 with a gimbal and taking nice photos. So for me, it's worth the money. Right, well I think we've got enough footage now of with both cameras rolling at the same time. I've set them up on the helmet pretty much in the exact same position, just to be as fair as possible. As I said before, this is mainly for the vloggers amongst you that want to get this camera and are going to be putting it on a helmet. As I said, it's not a review of the camera, but everybody wants to know if this stabilization is any good or not. You know, and a lot of videos you watch and a lot of reviews, sometimes you know smarter by the end of the video and you still can't make a decision. So maybe this will help some of you, maybe it won't. You know, I'm going to be using it all the time now. The Hero 7 is going to be my main camera now on the helmet. As I said, the 5 is going to be back into the gimbal, which means I can then get the gimbal back on my chest. A lot of you are asking, oh, when are you going to do some more of that? Because I like that as well as the third view. Still have the Hero 5 session on the bars, but have the gimbal then back on my chest, just to give the videos that bit of mwah. So hopefully that's helped some of you. I'm interested just as much as you are to get home now and get this footage onto the laptop and see how it looks. So catch you in the next one. See you next time.